This video is how I created a pod of dolphins from a box of cedar scraps in my shop. I went through this box and picked out pieces that were big enough to make a dolphin out of. Actually, a pod of dolphins. I wanted 3 or 4 of them. I wanted not to glue anything together, just get a complete dolphin out of these scraps. So this is what I started with. Now, when you do something like this, you kind of lose the ability to pick a piece that goes with the grain for strength. So I ended up with a lot, and I mean a lot of super glue, breaking pieces off because I was going against the grain or whatever. But just wanted to see what I could do with it. If I needed to glue pieces together, then so be it. As you can see in my next picture, the first one I cut out, I ended up running it because it ended up being too flat of a piece of a dolphin. So this is what I ended up with from the bandsaw. I got those scraps and just roughed out a piece and cut out the bandsaw. These were the one I envisioned being my 4 little figures. And then went to my favorite tool here. It's a mounted grinder, offset grinder, as you can see, with a abrasive head. I like it because it gives me a little more control when I'm shaping a 3D piece. So if you've seen my other videos, you've seen how I use this one on most of my pieces for shaping. And so after I've shaped them all, this is what I ended up with. Well, actually, this one, the biggest one, did not end up being usable. He was too thin, too flat. So I ended up cutting him in half and glued on a piece and glued on a tail. So he was one I was trying to avoid, but in this case it just wasn't anything else I could do. I didn't have any more wood since my scrap pile was now gone. So this is what I ended up with. These are basically the 4 dolphins, and I just have to get them to my Fordham tool and grind them down, smooth them out, thin out the fins and whatever. But that's about all there is to it. I'll show you the piece after I sand them down next. Actually, here's another picture from the grinder. Shows a little detail I can get with that mounted grinder. Then after the Fordham tools and the Dremel tool with sanding heads on it, whatever, this is the final product. As you can see, they're just smoothed out more and shaped a little bit more. The next pictures will just be after I polyurethane and mounted them on a reef. Here is the final product. They are polyurethane and then mounted on a reef. That's about all there is to it. I might add some eyes to it. I believe I will add some eyes after the polyurethane dries better. Just a little black, either dots or little beads or whatever, just give it a little character. But anyway, so that was from the scraps into another reef series of mine. So hope you enjoyed. Bye.